All right, so here we are, 2.3c in college algebra, and we are on page 208. We're talking about equations reducible to quadratic. All right, this seems to be a little bit tricky for some students, but I'm going to try to give you a little clue here that will make life a little bit easier. Sometimes we're going to get equations that look like this. Where this exponent is not 2. It's not a quadratic. It may be even, so it's a multiple of 2, but it may not be a quadratic. So it's a little bit hard to do. So what I suggest doing is we're going to take the middle term variable with its exponent, and what we're going to do is we're going to do some substitution. We're going to trick this equation into bowing to what we want. So we're going to change that x squared, and we're going to make it equal to u. So wherever we see an x squared, we're going to put a u in its place. Okay. So this is actually that, right? Okay, so we're seeing x squared there. We're going to put a u in its place. That's this squared right here. And there, we're going to put a u in its place. And we're going to go ahead and solve this with u. Okay? And when we solve this, we're going to get two quantities here. U, and we're going to have a 4 and a 1. They're both negative. So u equals 4 and u equals 1. So what we're going to do is we're going to look at this equation here, and instead of putting a u there, we're going to put the numbers that we found. So x squared equals 4 and x squared equals 1. Those are the two that I found. So square root of both sides, x equals plus or minus 2, and x equals plus or minus the square root of 1, which is 1. So how many answers did we get? We got negative 1 and positive 1, negative 2 and positive 2. We got 4 answers, and look, right there, that tells us how many answers we're going to get. Sure enough, we got 4 answers there. All right, and that's all I'm going to do with that right there. I mean, it's done the exact same way. You take the middle term, set it equal to u, make this an x squared, and then whatever exponent is there, and go ahead and do the work there. So follow this. Keep that in your notes so you can do this. Okay, last problem will be example 9. Logan and Cassidy leave a campsite. Logan is going north. Cassidy is going east. Logan bikes 7 kilometers per hour slower than Cassidy. Okay, so Cassidy, let's say she's riding at R. That means Logan is going R minus 7. That's his speed, rate minus 7. Okay, let's see. After 4 hours, they are 68 kilometers apart. So here's Logan, here's Cassidy. They're 68 kilometers apart. So how fast are they going? What is the rate of Cassidy? Whoops, I'm on. Let's get stuff back on here. What is the rate of Cassidy and the rate of Logan? All right, so we let R be Cassidy's speed. We let Logan's be R minus 7. And we'll use the formula D equals RT in order to figure this out, because we're looking for R. And we know the time is going to be 4. So the distance this guy is gone will be 4 times R minus 7. Okay, distance is rate times time, 4 hours times time. Cassidy will be her time times her rate. So we've got those two distances there. All right, so let's see, and we've got the total distance here. And because this is a right triangle, we can use Pythagorean. we can use this distance, and this distance, and this distance. So 4 times r minus 7, a squared plus b squared equals c squared. Okay? Then we go ahead and, do the work. We've got 16r squared, that's this here, plus, and let's do this right here, 4 times 4 is 16, and then r minus 7, the quantity squared, is going to be 68 squared is 4624. I got that off the book, I'm not that smart. 16r squared plus 16r squared minus 224r plus 784 equals 4624. Okay, we add these two puppies together, and we don't do anything with this. So, what are you going to do to solve for r here? Okay. You have a couple different ways. You can use quadratic formula. You can use completing the square. First thing I would do is see if I could get rid of this 32. See if each of these numbers here are a factor of 32. And I'm also going to take this and move it over there. So let's move all this up a little bit. So 32r squared minus, oops, that's going to be a minus, isn't it? 784 minus 4624 is 3840. Now I'm going to factor out a 32. Okay, so this can go away. We don't care about that. So, two numbers multiplied together give me 120, negative 120 added give me a negative 7. So I have r plus 8 and r minus 15. So r equals negative 8 and r equals 15. Okay, so what does r stand for? It stands for the speed. Is that what we're looking for? Find the speed, yes. Okay, we know we don't want that one because the speed is negative and you can't ever have a negative speed. So the speed of who? The speed of, what was this kid's name? Cassidy was r, so hers is 15. The speed of this goofball, Logan, is going to be 15 minus 7, or he's going to be going 8. So there's the two speeds that I was looking for, 8 and 15. Okay, that's how you do that. So the story problems really aren't too bad. I don't know that I even assigned any in 2.3, but that was a freebie. Okay, so anyway, that is 2.3.